But yeah, there's a lot of really, really sweet things happening here. So let's see.
All right, what do we got in Jim's hand? And
perfect mana. Look at us go.
There we go.
Oh, a spike feeder. Oh man, is there an Archangel Athune anywhere in here? How deep are we going? There's not an Archangel Athune, but there are 3 spike feeders. So those plus Heliod's are still just as good.
Yes. Oh, it's 2017. Sorry.
Yeah, so we've got some sweet stuff going on here. I see that Jim's hand has a Sword of Feast and Famine, what looks like an Opt, and a Teferi. I didn't really get to see much out of Nolan's hand here, but a Godless Shrine suggests that he probably drew his one of Viscerus here.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see if that's actually a thing. Okay, I'm like, did he think he was scrying there, or what was that? Nope, that's a Giver of Runes.
Ooh.
Nice.
Nice call. So
and there's a path to exile.
There it is.
Never mind that. Well, we tried it.
That was fun while it lasted.
Tried it.
Yep. Interesting.
No, this is fine. He doesn't want to use a path on his own turn.
True.
And that is
a card printed on cardboard.
That's a Devoted Druid. It just has.
Oh, it's a Devoted Druid. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just not used to seeing that picture.
Yeah, I was like, I honestly had no idea what it was either. I was like, okay. Let's see, what do we got happening here?
So we've got a protected Devoted Druid, but we also have a Giver of Runes that's probably going to catch the poor end of this Path to Exile here. So Jim's just going to go ahead and, grab a land, cast the Opt, filter out for a white, Path to Giver, untap, and probably cast a Fairy to bounce back Devoted Druid.
Yes, that's exactly what I would do. Oh.
And then, there's a Hallowfountain.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Bouncy Moosey. Bye-bye. Thanks for playing.
Yep. So we now know this is going to be a thing that happens.
Yes.
But unfortunately for Nolan, he's definitely getting a pretty hard reset button on his creatures here.
Well, and I mean, that's the problem with this deck that we're looking at from Jim is that, it's stable and it's consistent and it, it's going to be interesting what happens after sideboarding here.
Oh, yeah. So Game 1 specifically, since Jim already has his copy of Sword and Feast and Famine, is probably going to be a little bit of an uphill battle for Nolan unless he gets to resolve and do something with 2 spells in 1 turn. Through a Fairy, that's kind of difficult sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. Is that a Once Upon a Time he just drew?
I did not see.
I think he just... Yeah, it's...
Oh, there's another Devoted Druid.
Yeah, he drew one of his Once Upon.
2 Devoted Druids. Okay, so he's got a lot of mana coming.
Yeah.
So now 2 spells is a lot more reasonable.
But he has to cast Once Upon on his turn. I mean, it's just a dead card at this point in his hand, isn't it?
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
So assuming he gets to untap with all the mana, you can activate each Devoted Druid for multiple
That's
mana.
true, but...
And then now you have essentially free mana, so you can still just cast Once Upon a Time on your own turn, and it's just as fine.
Okay.
Whether you can do it in instant speed doesn't really matter.
Okay. And what do we got? Oh.
Yep, Stoneforge. Go grab Batterskull since he already has Sword of Feast and Famine.
There it is.
Mm-hmm. And, yep. So... And this is really the turn for Nolan. So if he's got something cool to do, now is the time.
What is that he pulled?
That looks like a Ranger Catherine reveals? I can't tell.
Yeah.
It's not what he's casting, though.
No, he's casting Once Upon.
Yep, he is.
So he's digging. We're now going to dig. And now Nolan's deciding, or Jim was deciding.
Jim's got a Lonely Path to Exile for interaction? Oh, no. This could go into Game 2 pretty quickly.
This is going to be going to, yeah.
Probably. So we'll see what Nolan actually draws for his combo, but with only 1 Path to Exile as the source of interaction, it's pretty... It's nowhere...
He's pretty Heliod into his hand.
Okay. It's nowhere near an unreasonable ask for Nolan to kill Jim this turn with some combo or another.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be...
Of course, Nolan doesn't know that Path is his only interaction currently.
Wah-wah.
So there's a Heliod, okay.
Yep.
So do we have a Spike Feeder or any other way to just gain a bunch of life? Okay, so it looks like he's got Spike Feeder in hand, so he's probably deciding whether he wants to cast that into some kind of counter spell, like a mana leak.
Right.
So what's happening here is if... Oh, Hierarch? Okay, so he plays it really safe.
Yeah.
If he wanted to play it unsafe, he could untap both Devoted Druids, play a Spike Feeder, and then Spike Feeder plus Heliod equals a whole lot of mana.
Right. And, I mean,
Or a whole lot of counters.
Is he kind of trying to wait, you think, to keep the Heliod, you know... Does he suspect that Jim has another path sitting in hand? And
not necessarily a path. What I believe he's playing around is this 2 mana.
Yeah.
Because some of the Stoneblade decks play Mana Leak.
Okay. And he is playing Mana Leak, so... If I remember correctly, Jim's playing Mana Leak.
Jim is playing 2 Mana Leaks.
Yep.
Yeah. So I assume that is what Nolan is trying to play around, is Mana Leak.
So we're at a judge right now. Odds are good he's asking about... Well, probably how he can interact. I would assume how he can interact with Heliod. That's the only thing he'd ask about at this point, right?
No, what Jim's question probably is how Heliod's +1 counters interact with Devoted Druids -0 -1 counters.
That's true.
Is what I think is the most likely question he could be asking. Because most of the other questions a player of Jim's caliber should just know.
Yeah. What are they standing at right now? Where's it? Do we get the stand? Oh, there's the standing list. These guys both 2-0.
Yeah. So I assume both these players are 2-0. Let's go ahead and double check that just to be on the safe side. And yes, in fact, both of these players are 2-0.
Cool. So Jim's searching.
Yep. So let's see if there's a forest he's grabbing.
No, an island.
Nope. He's just gonna put that Path to Exile on top of the deck. Okay.
Oh, not an island. What is that? That's a...
Mystic Sanctuary, so it is an island.
Yeah, wow. But yeah.
Right. Okay.
Tick up to Fairy.
Yep, so now we've got an active Stoneforge Mystic, and we also have 2 copies of Path to Exile in hand, as well as a Field of Ruin in hand to blow up that Godless Shrine.
This could be a bad day.
Oh, nope, he just wants to rinse and reuse the paths again. So yeah, this is looking...
I think he's trying to see what else Nolan's going to bring out, and, you know... Because he can't Path to Exile Heliod until Heliod's a creature.
That's right.
So
oh, there's a Vizier, so...
That might be worth...
Now is the time to start doing things.
Yes, that might be worth trying to hit. And he's getting it ready. I'm going to put this right at the top here.
Oh, yeah. We've got all the interaction in the universe currently, so... Alright. All the manas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a Collected Company. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was pretty good as far as draws go.
I think there's another Heliod.
There's a Viscerous here. What's another thing? There's Heliod, Hierarch, Viscerous here, and I
think the Viscera is
2
what he really wants, right?
Wait.
Oh, I guess he wants
Hierarch plus a Spike Feeder.
Oh,
well, that's bad.
Yeah.
Spike Feeder plus Heliod.
Interesting. And he's not even close to getting Heliod. He's just using Heliod.
Oh, no.
now,
Heliod is almost never a creature.
Yeah, okay. I haven't seen this deck before, so.
Oh, okay, got it. So the combo here is that Spike Feeder kills off a counter to gain life.
Okay.
And when you gain life, you activate Heliod's triggered ability to put a counter on something. So now he can just kind of pick and choose his creatures to start putting counters on.
Oop. These Exile and Spike Feeder.
Which is fine, because now he can just infinite in response.
Right.
But he... No? Okay. Or it's not infinite, but he could pump something else in response.
Wonder why he didn't.
No, I'm sure he did, and we're waiting for it to resolve. Maybe he's talking, so let's see where he's putting the other +1 counter. Okay. That's technically wrong, but that's okay. Or mostly okay. So since Devoted Druid puts his -0/-1 counter and Heliod puts a +1/+1 counter on, they are technically different.
Oh, yeah.
But for this game's effect, it'll still end up being about the same.
Right.
So let's see what we're doing with the rest of this mana here. We're filtering for a white and Ranger Captain. Okay. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
That should probably not resolve. Yeah, okay. I'm like,
sweep. Game 2. So Jim just...
Yeah. Extra dead.
Yeah, he was...
Extra
this
dead.
is not going to end well for me.
Yep. Ranger Captain of Eos just searches for Walking Ballista. And then
And then walking in Heliod.
Oh, is it a -1/-1 counter on Devoted Druid? I thought it was a -0/-1.
Oh, okay. So they...
Okay, in that case, they do erase and the die was correct.
Right.
Well, my bad. I thought it was a -0/-1.
But the, Ballista Heliod combo all day. Thank you for playing.
Extra
That
dead.
was so much fun. I get to play all the magics. So, let's see here.
Yeah.
What are they bringing in sideboard, you think, then? I mean,
Let's see what's up here. So, out of the board, Jim's got access to Rest in Peace, a Celestial Purge, a Mystical Dispute, a Disdainful Stroke, Aether Gust, Veil of Summer, Supreme Verdict, Ashiok, Engineered Explosives, a Mind Sensor, nice, a Tireless Tracker, I approve, and 2 Knights of Autumn.
So what are you thinking?
So here, out of this board, I would probably side in definitely the Aether Gust.
Yeah.
Probably the Supreme Verdict. Engineered Explosives on 2 specifically is pretty good against a deck that plays Devoted Druid and Vizier.
Correct.
And then I would probably side in Disdainful Stroke to play around both Ballista for 2 and Collected Company itself.
Yeah, I was thinking something similar to that. And I mean, on the other side here, Chase is going to bring in, well...
Let's see, we've got Forge Tenders, a Caustic Caterpillar, which is actually pretty good against the Batterskull Sword part of the deck. A Hex Drinker, 2 Mind Sensors of his own. What is this, like secret tech now?
Yeah.
Or not so secret, rather.
Veil?
Veil of Summer is actually really, really good here.
That's what I'm thinking. He's probably going to bring in at least 2 of them.
Yeah, so he's got access to 3 Veil of Summer, but 2 is probably the correct number.
And I don't think the Assassin's Trophy isn't going to do him any good, really, per se. I mean, it could take out... I don't think you want to feed this land, do you?
Feeding land isn't necessarily a problem, but slowing down your combo is.
Yeah.
So he could potentially play Assassin's Trophies to get rid of specifically Sword of Feast and Famine, since that's a problem. But I don't believe this is a matchup where you need to be doing that.
And I think he's got to sideboard out at least 2 of the Once Upons. I mean, he ended up with it in his hand. It got him a little, but it's just... I mean, I'm not high on that card.
I am.
I know.
Only because he's also playing a bunch of mana midgets.
You're right.
So it's not like the card is ever actually terrible, because usually it's still free-ish to cast.
Okay.
So even if you can't cast it until like turn 3 sometimes, that's fine, because you've already played like 2 mana midgets.
Well, good.
So I definitely approve of the Veil of Summers. Probably the Caustic Caterpillar, and still keeping in the Once Upon a Time.
Rob's a lot. Jim is actually... He does have... Supreme Verdict. He does have 1 in the sideboard. So...
No, he has actually 1 main Supreme Verdict and 1
in the sideboard. So, and I think he almost definitely is gonna sideboard, at least probably sideboard that 1 in. Rest in Pieces were doing him a little bit of work. I could see him trying to get a full set in there.
Rest in Peace?
Yeah.
I don't really like that card in this matchup, because most of the things that Chase is doing or Nolan is doing are like Collected Companies from the library. So a card like Grafdigger's Cage would be excellent.
Right. Yes, but I don't think he has it. Does he?
No, he doesn't. He's playing the Rest in Pieces instead. I think Grafdigger's Cage would have been perfect because it also gets Collected Company. And not that Jim knows this, but Nolan is not playing the Finale of Devastation.
Right.
Grafdigger's Cage would have also been excellent there, but Jim doesn't know that Nolan's not even playing it anyway. So here it doesn't matter, but I would have sided in Grafdigger's Cage to err on the side of caution for that.
Right. So if you were to do this deck, you would sideboard Rest in Pieces are out and Grafdiggers instead. 2 of them, probably.
The way the format's currently set up,
yeah,
I would definitely be on Grafdigger's Cage rather than Rest in Peace.
We're starting round 2 here. We go.
They actually choose to do here.
Game 2. There's a whole lot of land.
It is a whole lot of land, but one of those cards is a spell snare.
Yes.
We really want that.
Yeah, I don't think he's dumping that.
No. If you're on Jim's side of the table, a spell snare is exactly what you want.
And Nolan is going to go ahead and mulligan down to 6.
Yeah, so mulligans in Nolan's deck are actually not that
they're
bad.
fine. Yeah.
Like, this deck is very, very good at finding the cards it needs.
Well, you're on the draw. So mulling to 6, and if you pull one of your Once Upon a Times, okay, now you basically free mull.
Right, you're just like, okay, you're all but guaranteed to find a card you want.
Right.
So yeah, like this deck mulligans very, very well. Like it's got a bunch of mana midgets, collect the company, kind of re-ups on your mulligan. And the deck is also just very stable.
Yeah. And he's...
Yeah.
No, he's keeping.
No, he's got multiple lands.
Yep.
He's got a Giver of Runes. Like, that's out of a mulligan hand. That's really all you want in life. Oh, there's a Collected Company.
Yeah.
Can't really ask for too much more. I mean, I suppose you could ask for a mana midget, but whatever. You've got 2 draw steps to find a Devoted Druid.
Jim goes down to 19.
Oh, like that. There's a mana midget. Oh, mana midget. So,
Mana Dork.
okay, so mana dork, something that produces mana. Oh, sorry, yeah. So everything that costs 1 that makes mana.
Right.
Or in this deck's case too, because the Devoted Druid would work just fine with this Giver of Runes protecting it.
Oh, nice.
So what have we got happening here?
Oh, and
there's a spell
no,
snare.
you don't get to play that no more.
Yeah, that spell snare.
Let go up bye now.
And there goes Giver of Runes. So now we once again with the hard reset on the board state here.
No, but their fairy's a great card. Said non-control players everywhere.
Yeah, Teferi probably causing just as much complaining currently as it does in Standard.
So Nolan got hit for 3.
So now let's see what he does with this turn. We re-up in the Giver of Runes.
Yep.
And is there a follow-up with the Hierarch or something else?
Another Giver of Runes. Interesting.
All right, cool. So now we've got 2 Givers and a Hierarch. So now we've got mana for next turn for our Collected Company. So let's see if that resolves. Okay, so we've got Teferi up.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Another Astrolabe. Okay, so we draw an op. We got a Path and a Stoneforge Mystic. We already have a Sword of Feast and Famine once more. But unfortunately for that Mystic Sanctuary, the 2 lands here are not really producing blue just yet.
No.
So that's going to come in tapped and we get a little bit of a sad face out of it. Still pretty good since Stoneforge gets to play kind of on curve here. But now Nolan does have pretty much free reign with this turn.
I would agree.
So this could end very, very poorly very quickly.
I think Nolan's got the better. Yeah, I do think somebody else put it in here too. It's a tough matchup for Jim.
It is. Because all Nolan really needs is 1 turn of leeway to just do whatever he wants.
Wow.
And now if this finds like Heliod plus Peace.
And his cards got put upside down. There we go.
Fixed.
Well, we got an Assassin's Trophy, so that came out of the board.
All right.
Yeah.
A Hex Drinker and a Kitchen Finks. That is a resilient board.
Wow, that just, yeah.
2 Giver of Runes, a creature that comes back if it dies, and a Hex Drinker that can eventually get pro everything.
Right. This is going to end well.
Yeah, so now we definitely need one of those Supreme Verdicts that we talked about earlier.
Absolutely. Jim, hopefully you find one, because, you know.
Kind of need it.
Yeah. Not saying you're in trouble, but you might be in trouble. Does he pull it off the top?
Dun, 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 dun.
No.
That wasn't it.
The total players in the tournament was 130 officially. So,
Ooh.
yeah. So we're looking at 8 rounds here today. Eight?
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's just over the threshold for an 8th round.
Yep. So we're here for the duration.
There's a lot of Magic to be jammed today.
And just to remind you, I mean, everybody's playing for $1,200 and for a spot in an SCG Invitational. Top 8s get the spots, and there's some cash prizes going all the way down. But
quite a bit, yeah.
$1,200, that ain't nothing to sneeze at.
No. Like, I mean, you can get over $1,000 if you win first, and even if you don't, you still get at least 100 or so for making top 8. And prizes go all the way down to, what was it, top 32
50
today?
Yeah, top 32 get their money back.
Yeah, so
what did he do? He got rid of a land.
Yeah.
Wah, wah.
So Field of Ruin got rid of that Gavany Township before it could cause too much trouble, which I definitely agree with.
Oh gosh, his cards are all sorts of mess.
Oh
too.
no!
Oh no!
That's the worst. Is there a lot of spice?
Yes. Yeah, we actually spotted a Storm deck today. Match 1 was amazing. So
match 1 was extra spicy, like sriracha spicy.
Yeah, Fat Town, get that sweet playmat too. Yeah, I'm gonna try really hard to get one of those before I leave.
I really want one. Those Star City games, Hydra Titans are super dope, and a lot. Yeah, we saw a decent amount of spice. Like we've seen. We saw Elves.
Yep.
We saw a Goryo's Vengeance combo deck that had Brilliant Ultimatum in it.
I would say this combo deck, I mean, it's not the standard Heliod combo. I mean, what Nolan's running here is pretty, it has a little spice to it.
It's pretty on meta,
Yeah.
except for the fact that it's not playing Finale of Devastation.
Right.
That's the only real off meta thing here, and the fact that it's 3 color with Viscera Seer instead of just the standard green-white decks, which we're a lot more used to seeing out of this. So now we got Kitchen Finks probably attacking at Teferi. So let's see if that's a thing that we need to do anything about. If you're Jim. Oh, is that Batter Skull upside down too? It is. Okay. That's probably just his indicator that he knows that no one knows about it. So that's fine.
Well, is it upside down, or did somebody tell that they're not playing unsanctioned?
Right. No. I don't know. Like a lot of people will do that if an opponent knows about the card. So that's probably why that Batter Skull's upside down. But nope, he's just going to block it.
Interesting.
Okay.
Well, I think he's got to look at his life total here. I mean, he's sitting at 19, but I mean, Nolan can explode at any moment. I mean, he's
So he's just keeping the mana up. Probably
once upon a time.
Yeah.
Hey, look, your cards are all sorts of jacked up. There's a wait, don't.
No.
Oh no! Then you got to put the Jace at the bottom.
Oh.
Or not Jace? What the hell is that? Yeah.
That's seriously the worst, though, when some cards are upside down, some are not. But now we've got an Eternal Witness so that we can kind of rinse and reuse the Collected Company.
Here it comes.
What else? We've got a Devoted Druid, a land, a Collected Company, a Gavany Township, and Once Upon a Time for Witness targets. Oh, we're just going to
pump that up. Yep.
Okay. So what does it get at level 4? Is it Pro Instance? I don't remember.
What's the name of the card?
It is Hex Drinker. It is Pro Instance, and it's only level 3, not level 4. It becomes a 4/4.
Yeah, another Modern Horizons card. I love that.
Yeah, Modern Horizons, well, they did say it was meant to shake up Modern.
It certainly did that.
They delivered.
Yeah. Congratulations. Y'all, yeah.
Nobody can say they did not deliver.
Yes. Hogak.
Oh, man, I don't want to talk about that deck. We're going to leave that right in 2019. All that negative 2019 energy can stay over there.
Hey, if you were playing Hogak, it wasn't negative. Oop, what are we? We're just -3 to Fairy?
Honestly, I don't even know if they liked playing Hogak.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, okay, that makes sense.
Well, I felt that way for a while with the Swords Control. I felt kind of bad for playing that.
Oh, that's fine. I thought Blue Eye Control was pretty well positioned then. And, that deck got to play Terminus.
And Ryan misses Hogak, he says. See,
I miss Hogak?
Yeah.
All right. I will agree that you probably like winning.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to agree with anybody liking Hogak. I mean, if you genuinely did, then great. But I can't agree with that. Can't sign off on that.
No.
I missed Jeskai Control. Oh, I really missed that deck. I played it so long. Like
11 to 19. Jim's down to 11.
Yeah, so his life total is.
This is going to be. I don't think this will be long at this point. We're going to be handshaking shortly.
Maybe not, just like regular attack mode with this Kitchen Finks and Hex Drinker. Especially now that we've got the same 2 Giver of Runes protecting them. Without a Supreme Verdict, this is about as uphill as a battle can get.
And what's he at? He's at 4. What is he at? 4 on.
No, Hex Drinker's at level 3.
Okay.
So he needs to level up 5 more times to get pro everything.
Yeah.
But right now, Jim's outs are already mostly instants anyways.
Wah-wah.
And that's fine. There's a Supreme Verdict.
That'll work.
Oh. That'll play.
This might be something.
Yeah. That is a play. So is Jim going for a full here? I think he is.
Well, does he? I mean, he has to do something at this point. He's at 11.
No.
I mean, does he have to play?
So I think what's going to happen here is that he's going to choose to not block, because even if he does block, the Giver of Runes are just going to give whatever creature he blocks pro color anyway.
True.
So what I think Jim is going to end up playing for here is a no block, untap, play Sword of Feast and Famine, equip the Feast and Famine so that he can make him discard one of the cards that's left in his hand.
True.
And then post-combat, he'll access both Supreme Verdict and one of the 2 Path to Exiles in his hands for the second half of Kitchen Finks that's coming back.
That'll work. So he's going to swing.
Oh, so he's not even bothering with the sword. Okay.
Interesting, though. The sword, well, maybe he needs a mana for something else, but... So Nolan's down to 18, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
here comes Supreme Verdict. It's counting the mana, yeah. Come on, man. How many cards did Nolan have in hand? 3?
3?
Yeah.
Which is actually why I liked the idea of
I do too.
doing the Sword of Feast and Famine.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, because just like limiting cards in hand, because honestly, Jim's still fighting an uphill battle here.
Yeah.
Would have done him a little bit of good, and it would have established that sword for whatever creature he happens to be able to play next.
So does he Path to Exile, or...
Because of the Gavany Township, I actually don't want him to Path to Exile.
Okay.
Because on the off chance that Nolan's hand is basically empty, you want him to tap his Gavany Township mana for the Kitchen Finks, and then you can path it.
But Nolan just grabbed a land, so...
Yeah. So, and this is actually exactly where I'm going, because Jim doesn't know that Nolan's hand isn't just nothing. We know he has a Spike Feeder, but like, okay.
But he's had that Spike Feeder since turn 0, so...
Yeah, so now he's just going to take the 3 and go to... Or sorry, take the 2 and go to 9, which is not really much of a threatening clock, and there's a Spike Feeder.
Now does he pee? Path to Exile yet, or...?
No, I don't even think I want to take really anything here. I think it just kind of...
So Jim's taking a life.
Does Jim only have 1 copy of Mystic Sanctuary in his deck? Let's check that here. Yes, he does. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering why that fetch got a basic island instead of a second Mystic Sanctuary to put the Supreme Verdict back on top, but there just isn't a second Mystic Sanctuary. That's his only one.
Ah. Well, Jim's got to do something here. So like, he's getting to the point where he needs to make some...
Yeah, I think this is going to be the Sword of Feast and Famine turn. Like, he's got to do it at some point in time.
Well, he's got it right on top. I think we...
Perfect.
Yeah,
all right, good. All right.
I'll put that on that. Sure.
Yeah. No, this is actively pretty good. So now he can make him discard whatever that last card is, and now he's got the 2 copies of Path to Exile.
So Nolan's going to go down to, what, 8 or 18?
No, he's going to take 4, so he's going to go to 16. Okay, so he's going to path before doing the untap trigger, I assume. No, he's not. Okay.
Interesting.
I mean, he's got a Battle Skull in his hand, so he can just cast it. And there it is, leaving exactly the 3 mana open too for the bounce ability if he needs it.
I still probably would have pathed prior to untap.
I think I would have too, for just like conserving at least one of the mana. Like, at least like point the Path to Exile at the Spike Feeder to make him use it.
Yeah.
Granted, it's still pretty safe that he's going to get it, but now he cut himself off with the option of having both Path and Batterskull bounce.
So he's putting him on, Nolan could put him right on a decision, and that's the worst place to be.
Right. It's like, well, you're the one fighting the uphill battle for the most part.
Yeah.
So at least give yourself the most ability to play. Well, okay, never mind. All right. Well, if Nolan has thrown nothing, then I guess.
There it is. Path.
Yep.
One path.
Yes.
So he did it on that untap. Okay.
Oh, no, there's a cryptic. Okay, so
there we go.
we are now entering game 3.
Yes.
Yeah, so Cryptic Command plus Mystic Sanctuary here with this much available mana pretty much means game 3.
So he put the blade on the germ there.
Yeah, so now we're going to be looking at 6 lifelinking damage a turn.
Nolan may just take the, might just go to game 3 here shortly. What's he doing?
He's activating Gavany Township.
Okay.
To, So I assume this is where Nolan packs it up. Doesn't pack it up? No, he does not pack it up.
Interesting.
Yeah.
His land is all together too in that deck. That's interesting. His hand is just
so many things being right side up versus upside down is killing me. It's so rough to watch. Oh.
Nolan's deck got half of it's upside down.
How did it upside down again?
What? Who's sweeping?
No, Nolan definitely swept it because
right,
he drew a land. He was extra.
All right. Jim wins game 2. Yes. Going to game 3. Wow.
Yeah.
This is, I would have said, Jim, it's going to be 0-2. And Jim pulling it to a game 3. That's huge. Oh, what do we sideboard now? What do we got here?
So let's see if he wants to change anything here. Tireless Tracker, Ashiok, and Jace. Yeah, that makes sense because the Ashiok he's thinking about putting in because, once again, Jim doesn't know that Nolan is not playing Finale of Devastation.
Right.
And Ashiok does notably do nothing to collect the company, but again, he just doesn't know that he's not playing Finale. So it does make sense that he would side in Ashiok. It happens to be useless here, so if he does side it in, I guess he hopes to not see it.
But don't get rid of Supreme Verdict. If you can hear us, Jim,
Verdict?
I know you can. But...
No, he definitely, like, as we saw, he really
You need that card. Yeah, he did. He put Ashiok in.
I'm sorry?
He did put Ashiok in.
Yeah, that makes sense because...
he took out one of the pass.
Ooh, okay. So
I'm not sure.
We're, I suppose for Jim's sake, if you're rooting for Jim, you are hoping that that interaction doesn't come up.
Right.
But you can't fault Jim for putting it in because you just, you expect Finale of Devastation to be in these decks.
See, I like playing I was a Nexus of Fate guy.
Oh. Oh, that guy.
Yeah, I was that guy.
All right, well, were you playing the Teamer deck or just blue-green?
Teamer.
Okay. Yeah, both of those decks were, of course, pretty good.
It was fun. Well, I played bad Nexus for the longest time because that was just when 5 Teferi was in there. Thanks for playing. This is a great day.
Yeah, Teferi's pretty good, so I hear.
Makes me wonder what they'll bring back for 2021. What degenerate crap you're going to make Teferi do now.
Here we go. 6 mana.
All right, here we go.
+1 draw.
We got a Path to Exile in Jim's hand. We got
some lands. We got the Jace back. Ooh, a Spell Snare.
Ooh. I think he keeps.
And
do I only see 2? How many lands he's got? 2 or 3?
There's just the 2 lands, but he also has an Astrolabe, so that's fine.
Okay, yeah. So it's a keep for him. They both kept.
He's got perfect mana. It's great. Never didn't have it. Make that 3.
Make that 3. Well.
So now let's see if we can actually get something Spell Snared so that Jim can untap, be happy about his life, maybe even deal with the Hierarch.
Interesting.
Okay, so we're going to shock here. Are we just casting a Heliod to dodge, or...
Why is that a red? Is that just a light? Like, that's a Temple Garden, but it's red.
Yeah, that's just a light.
Okay. I'm like, what the...
No, that happens on the cards a lot.
Okay.
Did he get a Canopy with Fetch in the end?
Yeah.
Huh? Oh, no.
No, I don't think so, no.
Or at least, if that happened, I definitely didn't see that being a thing.
Yeah, I don't think he did. Wait, so did Nolan shock himself?
Yeah. But he went right back up to 20 because of Kitchen effect.
You're right. Kitchen Fink, yeah.
Okay, there's an Astrolabe come in. So all the blue mana's getting that Mystic Sanctuary mana perfect and ready.
Jim's taking the damage.
Okay, so more lands coming, which is fine. So now...
Oh, is that a...
So let's see, we got a birds, we got some stuff to do. There's a canopy, of course. Hierarch, so now that Finks is attacking for 5.
Yeah, he's taking 5. He's going down to 13. Oh, once upon a time.
Spell, snare, cha-cha.
Oh, I think he just
discard?
Oh, okay. So he's countering that, okay.
Yeah. So now he's just going to pass or cast birds, maybe? Yes, no? Yes.
Oop, there we go.
Oh, man.
Land.
Well, there's no
Ooh,
no Supreme Verdict available at 3 mana, so Nolan's just going to have 106 mana when he untaps.
No. He's getting flooded. It looks like Jim's getting flooded, though.
Jim is getting flooded, but the upside to that is that if he keeps all the fetch lands that he has, he already has a Jace to filter out some of that.
True, but I mean, he's looking at 13 now. He's got what, 3-turn clock at this point.
Well, he's got a Path to Exile, so like he can get out of that by just casting this Path, not taking any damage, staying at 13.
But he's taking the damage again here.
Yeah.
It's a risky move. I don't know that I'd do it. I hate getting too low. I mean, Jim's now at 8.
Here it makes sense because he has access to a Snapcaster in hand.
True.
So what he's waiting for is for Nolan to see if he's going to play a 2-mana spell, if he can Snapcaster Spell Snare.
Okay.
And in worst case scenario, end of turn, he can still use the Path now. Oh no, another 3-drop?
Oh no.
Well, that didn't work.
Oh no.
That did not work.
Oof.
Man. So I'm pretty sure that was what he was playing towards. Mm-hmm. But
I think things have kind of changed here now. I mean, it's going to exile,
Yeah. Ooh, a Cryptic Command.
Ooh,
that
helps.
That's real good. And Nolan's down to what? Just one more card in hand too. So if he doesn't actually draw some kind of gas, then that Cryptic Command plus one of those fetch lands by themselves can run away with this game because he'll be able to get Mystic Sanctuary with one more land drop.
But does he have enough time at 8 life is the question.
Because he has access to Snapcaster, that answer is probably yes.
Okay.
Uh-oh. That is not what Nolan wanted to see. He really, really wanted action there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's our snapback.
Yep. Oh, somebody's looking for the list. I don't think we have the list thing.
While we don't have lists up available on the internet, what we can do is after the games are done, yeah, we can totally talk about them.
Yeah, we will. That's what we do here. That's what we bring you.
Let's give them something to talk about.
Don't say too much more of that or we have to pay the royalty. All right. So, I guess, Jim, I mean, he's not dead, but I would say
honestly, he's not close. Unless this last card in Nolan's hand is an action card right now. Oh no, it wasn't. Okay. Honestly, thanks to that Cryptic Command in hand,
Jim might have it.
Jim probably wins this
and
game
now he draws Teferi.
Oh, this is bad.
Ooh.
So he's got Cryptic plus Mystic Sanctuary. He's got Teferi and Jace, and he's got fetch lands with which to filter away his bad cards with Jace.
Yeah. Okay. I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Now we are at the point where Jim probably has to work to lose this game.
I mean, well, what can Nolan pull? There's got to be something Nolan can pull that.
Nolan can either have exactly Spell plus Veil of Summer.
Yeah.
Or he can just have...
And here comes
he casted the Fairy. I don't know if I like that, but I understand it. I definitely don't like that.
He plussed it? Interesting. Is that? Are we sure that's a Jace in his hand?
That is definitely a Jace.
Okay.
I've played
Interesting.
way too much 2011 standard tonight. It looks like.
And to you, yeah, I mean, unless was he bumping Teferi up to try to make it a target, maybe? Oh, Knight of Autumn.
That's fine. Goodbye, Astrolabe. No, counters.
Really? Okay. That might have been the mistake he didn't want to make.
Oh no, there's another path too.
Oh.
This is bad.
I mean, I don't think Nolan's
Since he drew the path, this is
Yeah.
now the turn to jam Jace.
Right. I think that's what he's getting ready for. He's got...
Yeah, exactly.
There it comes.
With that fetch land, this Jace is about as perfect as it gets.
Yep.
2, 3 cards. Oh, this is actually absurd.
Yeah, Nolan's kind of having... Again, not drawing dead, but kind of.
Again, Nolan can draw a Veil of Summer.
Yeah.
Plus another piece of action to try to get himself out of this. But to be... Yeah, but this is not looking super pretty anymore. That single path to exile can get rid of up to 2 entire attacks.
So he's plussing Teferi again, not dumping something back.
That makes sense because Nolan's only going to be attacking with a creature anyway.
True.
And it doesn't matter which creatures he's attacking with because of the Exalted Traders.
What did Nolan pull there? I didn't see.
I did not see what it was either.
You know, if this was poker, we'd have table camps.
Oh, man. Pocket cans!
All right, let's see what we got.
And... Oh, there's a Veil of Summer, so there's one half. And I
think it's a land.
Oh, that's a Caustic Caterpillar.
Oh, it's a Caustic Oh. This could get interesting. Is it enough?
Honestly, the Caterpillar is not really close to enough by itself, since Jim's currently not on a Stoneforge plan, but it's a good start, definitely.
Again, swinging at Jim's face, trying to end this game.
Yeah, which makes sense. He has to end the game soon. Unfortunately, he just does not have the cards to do so.
No.
So Jim's, so he's going to get
Jim's going down to 5.
Or is he going to... Yep, he's going to get the planes, and then get rid of that Knight of Autumn. And this can go any number of ways. So
Yavanex is saying in the chat...
Veil isn't great with Teferi out. Oh, yeah. You know... As much as I play with Teferi, I probably should have noticed that the entire time. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah.
You should have known that, Aramis. Aramis just walked in.
So Veil is not fantastic with Teferi out,
No.
Since you don't get to do it retroactive to the counter spell. Right. But you can play it just before casting your spell.
Right.
You don't get to draw the card. But
Did we get it? We got it.
What did he get?
I think he got the Supreme Verdict, didn't he?
Actually, it's not. We're past the point where that matters. But that looks like a nice Fang Coatl that he drew.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah. Aether Gust, I think, is that other card.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. I like that.
So he's fetching some more. Man. So that means Jim's down to 4.
Yeah, he's down to 4, but
things are about to. Yeah, he's super
far ahead.
4 points, 4 to 21, and Jim's ahead. Like if we had the arrow on the screen, it would be pointing to your left. Now what are we bouncing? He's bouncing that.
Yeah, he's just gonna rinse and reuse Astrolabe for a bunch of cards, and now that he drew another fetch land, his Jace is looking even better for next turn. And yeah, this is okay. That makes sense. Let's get him down. It's a really, really slow clock without a piece of equipment, but it is a clock that exists. And
can he do it in 6 minutes?
Provided that he finds a Stoneforge Mystic, yes.
Okay, but without the Stoneforge Mystic, we might be looking at a draw.
Or he could just find a copy of Sword of Feast and Famine or Battered Skull. Any of those would work just fine. But now the bad stuff starts. So we have access to Cryptic plus Mystic Sanctuary. So, or just he's going to start with Aether Gust.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it still goes to the top of his library, but
if he chooses,
yeah.
Why
wouldn't you?
Because he can draw a Collecting Company.
That's true.
I think that's what he's aiming for. So if that doesn't do anything.
Oh,
I don't like that. I don't like. It's going to draw him a card,
right?
But
I think that's what Jim just said. He's like, "Why are you doing that?" Maybe he is just trying now to dig.
Oh, he was the collecting company.
There we go.
So he drew the collecting company. So I guess
you can't really argue with the point.
All right. So I guess he got there.
And his cards are still upside down, and it's really not bothering.
Oh no,
me.
there's a Ranger Captain in that 6.
Ooh.
And we've got a Vizier, Ranger Captain. Is that an Eternal Witness? What is that? No, that's a Veil of Summer.
Okay.
And a Giver of Runes. Oof. I mean, luckily for Jim, that Giver of Runes is just, it's never going to untap. So that's not happening. But, yeah, but there's a Walking Ballista. So let's see how many things Jim can answer, because that's what needs to happen now.
Yep.
Man, and with that Ranger Captain of Eos, getting to actually participate here might be a little rough for Jim.
Yeah. This might be, I mean, with his life total where it's at.
Really the biggest problem. Oh, well. So we are fishing pretty hard. You're probably going to use Jace first because of that fetch land. And then just like, yeah, that's better. There's an Uro, so we're slightly less concerned about the life total bits, but we're still pretty concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah, like thanks to the Ranger Captain's sacrifice ability, using Cryptic Command to lock him out of combat steps is going to be a little difficult, but still possible since we know that Jim's got Mystic
Jim's down to
Sanctuary.
3. Man, he shuffles like he's on fast forward.
Well, he's got 3.5 minutes left. He kind of is.
Anybody else hearing the Benny Hill music right about now?
Okay, yep, bouncing Snapcaster.
Yep.
So now he's got Snapcaster plus Cryptic for not quite a Sanctuary style lock, but very close.
Yeah. Well, he just put the fairy out, so bounce that, yeah.
Another Astrolabe.
Yep. Euro? To get the life?
Yeah, I'm sure he's, well...
No, snap.
Probably getting rid of the Giver of Runes. Yeah. Wait, that's the wrong stack. There we go.
Pass the turn. All right.
So, yep. So this is unfortunate because now he's just going to cast Walking Ballista for 8.
Yeah.
Or for 3 with 6 mana. And there's not much Jim can do about this. Yep. Right, exactly. Right. That's where I was kind of going earlier, where you can like just play the Veil proactively, and you don't get to draw the card, but you still get the uncounterable card. Here, thanks to Ranger Captain of Eos, Jim's not going to be able to counterspell this Walking Ballista that's coming down. So this game's pretty much done here. Yeah, there's pretty much nothing we're doing about this.
So Jim out?
Jim is dead. Jim is extra dead. All he has to do is, after this effect resolves, just
Yep, handshake, there we go.
Ballista.